Yeah, Adam has the whole first break at the end of the first chorus.
Then the next one is
Is
me.
that
I
one
do
the one
the
that's
guitar.
confusing, or you want the other one?
That would
Okay,
be me.
after the second, the
Becky and me.
the big
It
verse.
was Becky.
Yeah,
Sonia.
Becky, Sonia, Becky, Sonia,
Sonia.
Tim, John, Tim, John. Okay, that's cool.
Just come out.
Start on
the little Moses.
David in it. This is David in it.
Be sure to get my head. Usually cut your head off.
fell from heaven when he played upon his harp. I admire little David, he looked God from the stone.
Me now.
Sonia, put that
That's it.
I'm gonna do that first.
I'm sorry.
False start.
Wrong key.
all play.
Everybody in the same key now. Delicate. Let's all start in a different key. You want to?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's great.
Couples only and no skating backwards. Here we go.
I admire little Moses, I admire his faith in God. He went down to see a Pharaoh, all he took was just his rod. I admire little Moses, I admire his faith in God. Abraham was a prophet, he was told to kill his son. But an angel spoke from heaven, saying, don't let this be done. Abraham was a prophet, I admire his faith. Give me your faith like the prophets I admire, like the children in the fire. Cover and fill me with the power of the Lord. When the lions roar, I admire little David, he loved God from the start. And the Spirit fell from heaven when he played upon his harp. I admire little David, he loved God from the start. Give me your faith like the prophets I admire, like the children in the fire. Cover and fill me with the power of the Lord. When the lions roar, I admire all the prophets, I admire their faith.
Ever since we were old enough to sing, really, we have been singing, and we learned harmony at a very young age. It actually just came natural to us, and so we never had vocal lessons. We went one time or one or two times and never went back. But we really, it was like God gave us the talent, and we knew just growing up, Mom and Dad would make us sing at every little function or talent show, or everybody's house we went to, they made us sing, and we knew from then on that we were going to be doing that. And we grew up. We were born traveling, grew up traveling, and it was we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves if we weren't traveling. So it's more like that, you know. We just knew from the time we were born that we were meant to do this. When I was at just probably 7 years old, I started writing poetry, and I wrote silly little poems like I'm fat and that's that, and I never was fat, but I was creative, and I just, you know, from a very young age I was writing poetry. And my dad used to, of course, he's been a songwriter for years, ever since I can remember, and he used to ask, well, he asked me, because I had the most interest in it, to help him write songs all the time. If we were driving, I would write it down and help him with rhyming words, and not that he needed help, but he included me, and that made me feel, it taught me a lot about the songwriting process. And so over the years, by him including me on his songs, I got firsthand training like that. And I just always loved, you know, to rhyme and poetry and reading poems and songs. So it was another thing that God gave me, you know, a gift for, and I'm thankful for it. You know, it's amazing how, tell him about your dobro. He had, like a couple of years ago, or before he learned to play the dobro, a friend of ours, Renee Buchanan, has a dobro, and Tim would sit down and you picked it up and you tried to fool with it.
Yeah, she is, you know, she's, I was at her house one night and she plays dobro, and I was playing guitar and we switched around, and I couldn't, I mean, I might as well have played it upside down, you know. And then a couple of years later or whatever, I was sort of doing the same thing on the Kingsman bus one night with a couple of those guys, Randy Miller and Rory Rigdon, who were with the Kingsmen at the time, and Tim Lovelace. And we were on the bus out in California one night, just goofing around, picking on the bus. They were blowing harmonicas and playing guitars and dobros, you know, and whatever we had. And we just got to acting goofy and switched instruments, you know. And I got the dobro somehow, and sat down there for a minute and just figured out a tune, you know. We were singing, and then I got interested in it because I've always loved the sound of them. And then I really got interested. So, you know, the rest of that trip was like a 3-week trip. They would get up and go play golf in the morning, stay gone all day, and I'd sit on the bus and play the dobro all day long. So,
and
yeah.
that wasn't too long before he left the Kingsmen.
That was about a month before.
It was amazing, you know, like here a month before he leaves the group, God places this instrument in his hands and teaches him to play it, and he's doing awesome. I mean, just in... You've been playing for, what, 5 years now?
5 years.
Four or 5
yeah,
years.
I guess it is 5 years.
And, I mean, it's amazing how he's learned more in 5 years than most people would learn in 15 years. So thank God. You know, he knows what he's doing.